Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Genetically Modified Overkill run. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to take the hardest challenge I've ever attempted in Brotato, and try to crank it up to the next level. If you remember a while ago, I did a video where we combined Fisherman with Fisherman to create a really difficult challenge. I think it was very possible. A couple people said that they managed it after seeing my attempts, but in an hour of trying, I wasn't able to do it. Now that we have the ability to combine 3 characters, let's give it a shot with Fisherman, Fisherman, Fisherman. I think that I'm genuinely not sure how difficult this will be, whether it will be totally impossible. We won't be able to buy a lot of items because 3 slots in the shop will be taken up with bait, but the bait will give us more harvesting, and we'll start with more health and harvesting to deal with the overwhelming number of lampreys that we're going to face. So we're just going to give it a go and see if we can make our way through it. If this turns out to be totally impossible, then we may have to revisit this video, but let's give it a shot. So, last time I tried with sticks, I think I'm going to go back to spears for this one. My goal is going to be to get the spears to do enough damage that they 2-shot the lampreys just by buying bait, so that we only need 2 attacks to kill the lampreys as they appear. So we'll try to hit those breakpoints as we level up. I'm going to give this one go without really going into like the math of it and everything. But then if it turns out that it is as or more difficult than just double Fisherman, then we're going to have to give it another shot, and I will take a quick break and go over my plans a little bit in a little bit more detail. All right, so the first wave, obviously, we're just going to be really strong because we're just a fisherman, so we have 1,000,000 health, and there's no lampreys yet because we haven't bought any bait yet. Oh, so one thing that will make this a little easier, I think, comparatively, is that they have changed the way in GMO if you have negative drops from enemies. So the fisherman has minus 50% materials dropped from enemies. That used to give you 0 materials dropped from enemies. This used to be additive and go down to 100%, minus 100%, so you would get none. We will actually be getting a couple materials from enemies because the way that this has been calculated has changed since the last time I tried this challenge. So we're going to be dropping a few materials. We'll see if that makes the difference. Here I want attack speed. Obviously we don't need percent damage. We're going to get that from bait, or I could just start building armor and regen very early. I think let's buy an armor that can maybe help keep me alive. And then I will take 2 melee damage here. I think that's going to make it... Oh. Okay, something weird has happened. We'll talk about that in a second. But I think the 2 melee damage will make it easier to hit the break point where my spears are 2-shotting the lampreys. They have 45 health on wave 2, so we need to get our spears up to 23 damage in order to 2-shot them. Okay, but I was expecting to see 3 baits here, each costing more than 1 material, because when we played Double Fisherman, we had 2 baits, and they cost 2 material at base. So I guess that the way multiple characters combine has changed significantly since my last attempt. We'll see how much of a difference that makes. It's definitely going to be easier because we can see more items, and the baits aren't costing us as much money. So we'll give that a go. I'm going to try to buy as many spears as I can, and I want to get their damage up to 23 here by buying baits. Actually, let's start by just buying as many baits as possible, because each of them are worth 6 harvesting. So if we get more baits, we can maybe get more damage. We only found 3 spears, though, so I'm a little worried about that. I guess I'll lock a tree, because tree's always good. And let's go up to 8 baits and see if we can do that with 3 spears. If that's not possible, then we're gonna have to restart. Let me roll here. Really looking for more spears. We found none. Okay, so we're gonna get 1,000,000 lampreys. We should kill them in 2 shots. So even with only 3 spears, I think we can make it through this wave as long as I don't dodge horribly, which I'm currently doing. But with 2 attacks per lamprey, we should be able to get all of them there. And we actually do pick up some materials. It's not just our harvesting that's generating money. So we did manage to get some of that. All right, let's take 2 armor here. And then I'm going to start building regen. I think we want as much healing as we can get as early as we can get it. and more armor. So the goal is just to survive and build up damage using baits. We'll buy the spear and another bait, and roll another spear and another bait, and roll and another one. I'm really hoping we can get to 6 spears. Keep buying, and another one. I'm going to go up to 14 baits here, I think. Okay, we got a level 2 spear, so yeah, let's buy one more bait. We'll go to 15 baits. I'm going to try pushing the limit on this first attempt, and then if we die, and I do expect this, even if it's possible, although it's looking more possible than I was initially expecting, just because the way that the baits and material drops have changed since my last attempt. So if this ends up impossible, or we lose this first attempt, we'll revisit it and try a new strategy for buying baits. But we're going to try pushing the limits and just buying every bait we see on the first run as kind of a baseline for how difficult this run is. Getting material drops from enemies definitely makes a real difference, because we're a lot richer than we were on our last attempt. Here, I'm going to take 2 lifesteal. Lifesteal is going to be good because we're just attacking a lot. There's always enemies on the field, so I'm just going to take that because it's a level 2 upgrade. I don't really want the max HP. I'd much rather have armor, lifesteal, regen, or attack speed, so we're going to roll. I'll take 6 melee damage, though. Again, that just makes it easier to hit the breakpoints where we're killing the enemies in 2 attacks. Let's buy a bait here and a tree and roll and a bait. Do I want a propeller hat? Luck is good because it generates consumables, which will help us heal. It also can maybe generate crates for us. There's a lot of enemies dying, so that's a lot of potential consumables. I think it's worth buying luck. It's possible that we will determine that we need to buy only damage and attack speed, or only defense and attack speed. But we're going to give it a try with 10 luck here. Let's take 10% attack speed and another bait and roll, and we'll buy a bait here. Obviously, we're never buying percent damage that isn't from bait because it's so 1 for 8% damage is a way better deal than anything else we're going to get. It's, what's that, like 100 times better per percent damage than the head injury. Alien Worm is an interesting option. It does give us HP regeneration, but consumable healing is pretty important since we did buy the luck. So I think I'm going to skip the Alien Worm. We'll buy the spear and the bait, and then roll, and another one, and some regen. And I'm going to keep buying these. So we were at 15, so I've bought 7 baits. Let's try 8, and we'll buy another spear, although I do want the penguin as well. Picking up consumables at maximum health probably won't happen that often, but how these waves play out from my last attempt at this challenge is we clear the initial burst of lampreys, and then we need to still survive the rest of the wave. So, and that more lampreys keep spawning. So we'll heal back up to full, and then maybe I can build a bunch of regen from the penguin by stepping on consumables that we've generated during the time that we spent killing the first lamprey wave, in order to have more regen as they continuously spawn. Because what was actually killing me last time was not the initial wave of lamprey spawns, but the ones that came later in the wave. I'm going to buy one more bait here just to go to an even 24. I think that means I bought 9 this wave, so that was pretty risky. 9, I think, was more than we were able to deal with last time. But Spear's a little better at this point than Thick, because we have all of our... We have the extra range, so we hit more lampreys at a time. We also have 5 armor and a little more damage because we just have more money, thanks to the item drop, or the material drop changes. I did think about not doing this on the Abyss, but I thought, we're going for maximum challenge. Let's play the Abyss. I don't know if I should be buying Curse. Obviously, cursed weapons are pretty powerful, so getting one of those would be nice, and there's some cursed items that can really, really help. But on the other hand, if too many cursed lampreys spawn, that could be just impossible to deal with. Let's roll here. I think we can do better. Crit chance I don't like to rely on for this challenge, because we want to kill enemies without having to get lucky. And I'm just going to take 2 regen. Keep rolling. And, okay, 15 attack speed. That's awesome. That's going to help us kill them much, much faster. Coupon interacts really weirdly with the Fisherman minus 100% bait price. So last time when I did this with only 2 Fishermen, this made the baits cost 2, and 2 of them showed up in the shop, so it was a lot worse. But then when I bought the coupon, the baits all went back to costing 1. So I don't know what happened there the last time, how that was being calculated. I'm a little worried if I buy coupon here, it's going to make my baits cost like 1,000 because of the math just breaking. But I guess that's how we learn. Okay, good. So it did stay at 1. Buy the penguin. Really happy to get a spear here. So let's combine that, buy more armor and a bait. I don't think we want riposte. We will want to build dodge, but 73 damage is just not going to be a significant amount of damage compared to the amount that we're doing with our spear attacks later on. So we're going to pass on that. Buy the spear, buy the bait, of course. Obviously, you can never buy a weird ghost when you're playing this challenge. Insanity, because it's cursed, is this worth it? Buying a curse, of course, has all of the things that all the advantages and disadvantages I already mentioned. I think I will buy this because one way we can add a lot of burst healing to this character is if we find Tentacle, and Hunting Trophy, of course, can spike our economy into the stratosphere. So building some crit chance when it shows up in really efficient ways kind of makes sense to me as a strategy. We shouldn't need Lumberjack Shirt because we're just going to one-shot trees anyways, thanks to our ridiculous damage. Let's keep rolling here. Do I need to buy the Terrified Onion? Move speed is a problem right now, but I think we can get away without buying Terrified Onion, which is a bad way to buy move speed. And then I'll keep buying baits. I'm going to maybe go with 8 this wave. I will buy the duct tape. More armor is just so important for this run. And then roll again. The other change that has happened since the last time I tried this is rerolls are a lot cheaper, meaning we're much more easily able to roll for and buy extra baits and more spears and stuff. So not only are we seeing more items per shop, we're seeing more shops. So a lot of structural changes to the game in the intervening patches, I think, have made this challenge play out a little more easily. Do I take this bait? You know what? I said we were going to limit test, so let's do that. We're going to go ahead and just buy 3 more baits and just sort of see what happens. So we want to run, basically there's like a little, if you offset yourself slightly from the lampreys, there's a little hole that you can fit in between the lamprey attacks and their charges. But when there's so many of them, it's hard to actually get your character in that area for all of them. So we're trying to do that, but still tanking some damage, which is why it's so important to get armor and healing for this build, I think. Okay, we are making tons of money. Each bait we pick up is worth 6 harvesting, so our economy is going to be amazing. That is what I was hoping would help make this run doable, though it turns out a couple structural changes have made it easier than I was expecting, which honestly I'm a little disappointed about, but it does mean that we will potentially get a win here, which I honestly was not expecting to do. Let me just take more attack speed. We really want to clear those as quickly as possible, and then we will take 15 luck. And then we're going to limit test by buying as many baits as we can see. So bait, I'll definitely buy lifesteal. We'll roll here and buy spear and bait. And roll, buy a bait. Obviously not buying harvesting. We still have no bonus consumable heal, so I'm tempted by this alien worm because regen's really important for us. But I don't think we can afford to reduce our consumable heal. Don't really want the acid here. We're just going to get most of our HP from leveling up. Very happy to see coffee. The game keeps giving me alien worms, but no lemonade, no weird food. So we just can't afford to take those. More bait, and we will keep buying a spear here. And another bait, a spear. Metal, of course, this is great because it gives us bonus move speed, which we need. And max HP and armor are also excellent. And then, yeah, we'll roll and buy another bait. Why not? This is a run where Spyglass would be good, since we're rolling so much. So there you can see when you sort of offset yourself from the direction of their charge, you can go in between where they fire their projectiles, and then you will be able to avoid it fairly consistently. That was possible because we only bought like 7 baits this round, so there weren't quite as many lampreys on the field. It's much harder when you've bought 9 to 12 baits in a given round to try to fit in the gap in between their projectiles. And then also later in the round as Fisherman, more and more lampreys spawn, meaning that they will spawn on either side of you, so you can't as easily make your way to one side of them and get a reliable way to not get hit by them. Let's take more lifesteal and more regeneration. Dodge I do want to build as well, but I really need my healing to be good, I think. Buy, and then roll. Buy a bait. Silver bullet we probably don't need. Our percent damage is going to be so high that we're just going to one-tap the elite anyways. Oh, goblet. This is another item that changes the possibilities in this run, because goblet gives us super reliable healing when there's this many enemies on the field, so that's going to be excellent for us. Take the bait here. I will also take the cauldron. We are losing a lot more regeneration than I'd like, but 20% damage, quite reliably, I think is very good for this character. So this is an interesting one. So community support we're going to buy for sure. That is a ton of attack speed given how many enemies are spawning. In the previous version of this run, Baby Elephant was trash because we never pick up materials, but half the enemies in this run seem to be dropping materials, so I think Baby Elephant will actually help with wave clear, so we're going to buy that. But I'll take Decomposing Flesh first. I guess I can buy both of them. Take the Decomposing Flesh first because that way we get more lifesteal as we level up. Also, I'm curious, if I lock this bait, do we get a second one in the shop? Or is it only one per shop? I'm not sure how the mechanic works now that the mechanic has been changed. So you can see now we've actually managed to buy enough bait and enough flat damage that our spears one-shot the lampreys, which is great. That means that we kill them much, much faster. So as long as we keep our damage high enough that we one-tap them, I'm feeling like this is quite doable. Although the cursed ones are still quite dangerous. Those we take 2 shots against. Kill that tree. Yeah, so we're picking up about half the materials you normally would in a given round. So I think the baby elephant, just given how many enemies there are on the field, is still going to be reasonable. Start taking dodge because it's a level 3 upgrade. And then I'm going to buy 6 melee damage here because I want to... Okay, we do get 2 baits. I want to guarantee that our spears are still one-shotting the enemies, and when we're multiplying our damage by so much, even very small amounts of flat melee damage are a huge increase to our actual damage output. Go ahead and keep leveling up our weapons here. Buy these baits and roll. Buy another bait. Pocket Factory and Medical Turret we can definitely skip. Buy another bait, and a Cursed Lost Duck is great there. Keep rolling and purchasing. Now that I've got... So, the Riposte actually might one-shot lampreys at this point. I think it's not quite there yet, but since I bought a little more melee damage, I think I will buy it now, and we can get more dodge, and that can help just clear more lampreys faster. Still passing on the hedgehog here. We'll roll. I will take defective steroids. I do just want more max HP as well. And fishhook. That's going to be pretty nice. We can get some cursed weapons. Or cursed items. I'm not going to lock the spear to try to get it cursed. I feel like we'll be able to lock other things and get those cursed. Little muscly dude. I think that's worth picking up. We'll buy this bait. Lock this level 2 spear. See if we can get that cursed. And then I'm going to buy a couple more baits. And do I lock this one? Try for a cursed bait? I think I'll just buy another one. Because whenever I buy one, it's worth 6 harvesting, which is so much money that I think it's very much worth just buying those as soon as we see them. Let's drink in some water, and then we're on to Wave 8. There's so many enemies on the field and we have so much money. This is definitely scary. But it does seem like this time our economy is just outpacing the enemies. So honestly, triple Fisherman may not even be that hard. In fact, I should say, I think triple Fisherman is probably not that hard. We got past the first like 3 waves, which I think was where we were in a lot of danger. Now, last time I did run into problems where I would get to like wave 11 or 12, and just the sheer number of lampreys that I'd built up by buying so many baits was impossible to deal with. But we had a lot less money to try to keep up with last time, so we'll see what happens here. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. We'll take the lifesteal there and buy some more dodge. I will just take 12 max HP. It's a level 4 upgrade, and we do want max HP. And then some more melee damage. Sure. The treasure map. Nice, we got a cursed muscly dude. I will buy this spear anyways. Not try to like leave it locked for a million shops and try to get it cursed. We'll be able to get cursed spears later. Keep rolling. Buy a spear. Another fish hook. That might change the equation. Maybe now we'll try to try to lock weapons more. But I think I'm still just going to keep leveling them up. I just want to make sure that my damage is high enough to kill enemies, and we don't need the cursed weapons for that to be the case. Baby Gecko is nice because we are doing a baby elephant thing here, so we'll buy that. Cyber Ball, of course, is way better than Baby Elephant, because it works whether or not enemies drop materials, so the Cyber Ball is going to be excellent. We'll buy a bag and a bait. Don't think we can buy Peacock here. But let's lock this bait and this whetstone, and I'll lock the broken mouth as well. We have double fish hooks, so if we get a cursed broken mouth, we would probably buy it, or we'd be happy to buy it. Yeah, definitely easier when you one-tap the lampreys. Because of the insane damage that we do. Now, our next goal, I guess, is to get to the point where we one-tap the cursed ones. Because we've bought enough curse, we're going to start seeing a lot of cursed lampreys. And as you can see, we've got decent defenses, but enemy damage still hurts at this point. We're not just totally immune to the lamprey damage, especially if I get hit by, like, 5 of them charging, like just happened there. Not getting hit by them, but if 5 of them can charge at once, as you can see, because it just happened. And if we got hit by that, that would be pretty dangerous, even with the invulnerability frames. Getting a decent number of trees, which is nice as well, so we've managed to get 3 crates, and we've got a bag already also. I will take just +1 curse. The percent damage obviously does not matter, because our percent damage is 540, but the additional curse is nice. I'm going to recycle Candle here. Normally, I'd be pretty happy with enemy number reductions on this character, or in the old version of this challenge. But since enemies do drop money now, I think we actually want more enemies on the field. I'll take 12% speed, and then here, let's go with some armor. We've only got 5 right now, so I really want to boost that as soon as I can. Buy these items, and hey, a cursed bait, why not? Barnacle, of course, is going to be excellent. We are going to get a lot of levels because we have 600 harvesting. Then we'll take a spear and a bait. Definitely don't need the ugly tooth because we one-shot everything anyways. Cursed snail. Sure, I will take cursed snail. This should make it easier for us to dodge. Then we'll keep locking these items or buying these items. Weird food. This is nice. It will let us take those alien worms that the game kept offering me earlier. And then, yeah, more curse. Keep buying more stuff. Garden. I will take the garden. It's not a tremendous amount of healing, but that is one thing that we're currently not getting a ton of. We do have a lot of lifesteal, which is nice. But any more healing we can get is better, I think. And then I'll take the black belt as well, because we could actually still use some XP gain. Unfortunately here, nothing I can lock profitably. I could buy 1 hiking pole. If we get this cursed, it could give me a ton of bonus range over the next few waves. Because it's like it's a massive amount of range increase, and range is pretty nice on this character, but we've already got 500 range on our spears, so I don't think we need to try to lock and get a hiking pole cursed. Just a cool idea. And maybe if I see a higher level one, I'll go for it. Just for fun. At this point, this run is more of a we've snowballed ahead of the game and we're just kind of going nuts by buying everything that's cool, more than a really difficult challenge. But those types of runs are also fun. Though I will confess, I'm a little disappointed that what I thought was going to be an absurdly difficult challenge has turned out not to be as hard as I was expecting, or as hard as it was last time. Any modders out there who want to recreate the original Double Fisherman experience, hit me up. Okay, sure, Cursed Piggy Bank. Love a Cursed Piggy Bank. As I always say, Piggy Bank itself, not an amazing item. Cursed Piggy Bank, amazing item, because 35% is a lot better than 20% when you're talking about compound interest. There's some genuine financial advice for you. Legally speaking, that's financial advice. Higher amounts of compound interest on your investments is better. Here, I'm going to take 12% speed or 20 luck. We'll take the luck here, and then 8 melee damage. And then I will take the spear, bait, and boar bonus movement speed. 2 melee damage, I think we can grab, and then we'll take a cursed bait. I'm going to start building dodge on the peaceful beat as well. I'm not going to take the knot here, because I want to get these weapons cursed if possible. So we're going to pass on that, of course. I'm going to try to leave 500 materials in the bank as well for the piggy bank. Let's roll here and buy another bait, and roll, buy another bait. Do I want the ice cube? We don't have any way to deal elemental damage right now, but if I find Frozen Heart, it's just 10% bonus damage, but only on subsequent hits. So we just want to one-shot everything, so I think we'll pass on that. We'll just buy the mushroom, and I'll just hold here with 521 in the bank for my piggy bank. The cursed lampreys are starting to add up, but it looks like we one-tap them now. No, we still take 2 shots, okay. I think that one had taken some damage from cyberballs or something first. We're getting an awful lot of lampreys showing up. We're just surrounded by these guys. It's like the meme template that's a scene from Emperor's New Groove with all the swords at your neck. That's us right now. Expressing controversial opinions and being attacked by tons of fish. I'm going to recycle this. We don't need that. We need more lifesteal. And let's pick up the dodge here, actually. We've got 27% lifesteal, so I'm less concerned about HP regen than I was previously. Now I'm more interested in just like buying dodge and armor. Even level 1 armor is going to be pretty good for us as well. Let's buy the jerky. We'll buy a bait and level 1 spear. If we find a spear later in our rerolls, I'll lock it for the fish hooks. For now, I'm not going to do that because we want to roll down to like 1,000 materials in the bank or something. I will recycle and upgrade to this spear though. And then we'll buy the cursed item, because you should usually buy cursed items. We will buy another bait. Okay, we got a 3rd fish hook, so I'm going to buy out this shop, reroll until we find some cool stuff, and then see if we can lock it and get it cursed. I'm going to buy Gentle Aliens just for fun. I wouldn't recommend doing this in the old version of this challenge, but in the new version, you know what? Why not? And then here, I'm going to buy this bait and roll one more time. It does cost me some piggy bank money, but this way we're able to lock another spear and potentially get that one cursed as well. And then, honestly, I don't think it's worth trying to curse the bait. We'll just buy it. Because we get so much more harvesting if you just buy the bait right away, and cursing it doesn't increase the harvesting, just the damage. But we can get plenty of percentage damage just by re-rolling, so the more money we have, the more baits we get. If we could find, like, Rip and Tear, that would help us with wave clear here as well. Okay, we are starting to take a bunch of damage, because as I said, later in these waves, infinite lampreys start spawning, so this is not totally trivial. I was starting to get a little overconfident, but I have to remember that these are the most dangerous enemies in the game, and there are a million of them. So we do need to be a little bit cautious of that. Without a way to do AoE wave clear, we're definitely at more risk, because we don't have Rip and Tear or anything like that. If I get, like, Sif's Relic plus a couple more Cyber Balls and Baby Elephants, that would be nice. I will take 20 range here, and I'll take the pickup range as well. I'm going to just recycle that. More attack speed is important. We do have, community support, so the attack speed is less relevant than it would be otherwise, but still pretty nice. Let's take 10 melee damage. Okay, nice. We got a Cursed Spear, so we're going to recycle out of this one and just buy the Cursed one. I'm gonna leave this. I'm not gonna leave this one locked. Actually, I'm gonna. We'll roll into another spear that we can lock for sure. We'll buy this and this. Cute monkey's pretty nice. That's a lot of healing. We'll buy this and this and compass. I think 19 speed is fine, so we can roll past the compass. I'm gonna buy more max HP though as we find it. Decomposing flesh. Do I want to get to like 100% lifesteal? Because I probably could with a decomposing flesh. We're going to gain a lot more levels, even though we're already level 25. It will cost me max HP, because we'll actually be losing max HP rather than just not gaining any from levels with a second decomposing flesh. But 2 lifesteal per level is pretty good. So I think we'll buy that, and then I'm going to somewhat prioritize buying maximum HP. Take a poisonous tonic and a bait. I'm going to try to save 1,500 materials, or just stop whenever kind of feels good. So I'm going to roll one more time. I'm basically going to roll down until we find something that I want to lock and see if we can get it cursed. And there's 2 things here, the spear and the baby squid, that we will try to get cursed. So we'll stop here. I also need to find any level 2 spear so we can level up our cursed spear, but the cursed level 2 is better than a level 4. Cursed weapons are basically always better than non-cursed weapons, no matter the level difference. Like, you'd rather have a level 1 cursed weapon than a level 4 non-cursed weapon. But of course, we'd rather have a level 4 cursed weapon, so if we find a level 2 spear, then we will buy it. The interesting thing is if you find a level 2 cursed spear, because you can then either combine with your current cursed spear to get a level 3 cursed spear, or sell one of the level 4s. And the correct thing to do in that spot is sell one of the level 4s. You'd just rather have more weapon slots cursed. The way to think about cursed weapons is you're not actually cursing the weapon itself, you're basically cursing a weapon slot. So as you upgrade that weapon, it's going to keep the curse. So you want to get to 6 cursed weapons more than you want to get to higher level weapons as fast as possible. Honestly, probably not even worth taking this for free, right? 15 materials is worth more damage. I will take the attack speed, though. Let's roll here, because I think we can do better. We'll take the armor. We'll take 27 luck, and then here we go. We got a cursed spear, so let's recycle and buy that. Buy this and this. I'm going to start buying uniques just to pull them out of our pool, because with this, the insane power of the cursed piggy bank, we're going to be making unbelievable amounts of money, so I just want to have my shop pool be better so that we can find items that we want more easily. Let's not buy a 3rd decomposing flesh, I don't think. Losing 2 HP per level is kind of a problem. And we'll hit 100% lifesteal pretty quickly anyways. Poisonous tonic, duct tape, bait, sure. Bait. Keep on buying bait. We will become the master of bait, which is also engagement bait for the YouTube comments. So the pun works on every level. Let's buy a bait here and more curse. Roll. Losing 3 dodge, definitely painful, but I do kind of want the alloy here, and it's a cursed item. We'll buy a bait. I'm probably just gonna keep rolling till we find something that I want to lock and curse. Again, like a weapon or something. Curse small magazine I'll buy. Baby elephant I'll buy. Keep rolling. I'm really looking for a spear that we can lock. Actually, this way I can upgrade the spear. Just get a level 4 cursed one. I'm gonna lock it, and then if it doesn't get cursed, which it's reasonably likely to with 3 fish hooks, but also reasonably likely not to. So I'm just gonna lock these 2 items, and if the spear doesn't get cursed, we can just upgrade our spear. So we're taking 11 damage when we get hit by a lamprey projectile, which is not the most, but definitely not totally negligible when we only have 84 health. So I do need to, again, be a little bit careful. We clear the enemies very fast, so that part we're definitely not worried about. But if I dodge badly or into a big group of enemies, we could still die at this point. Once I get another, like, 100 or so max HP and 60% dodge and 10, 20 more armor, then we'll be basically invincible, but for now, we're not yet. I'm gonna pick up some of these consumables, because they give me regen during this wave, and also bonus damage for 2 seconds. Take the charcoal here. Incendiary turret we can pass on, we don't need this. Goblet, again, this is worth a lot of healing, so we're going to grab it. 5 armor, that's amazing. That's exactly what we were talking about needing. And I'll take 13 attack speed as well. Okay, so our spear didn't get cursed, but it does mean we can just upgrade to a level 4 cursed spear, which does 2,500 damage, almost double that of the normal level 4 spear. Poisonous tonic and bait. I'm gonna buy the silver bullet just for fun, just to see how fast we kill the bosses now. And then we will take more lifesteal. Roll. Cursed bait is nice. I'll take a crystal and some more regeneration. Fairy, we have 0 level 4 items. That's actually kind of impressive given how many items we've seen and how much luck we have. But 28 regen, of course, we will pick up. I guess I'll grab the claw tree now as well. And yep, we'll take that and we'll roll. Explosion size, 5% on the honey. Would be interesting if we had a rip and tear, but we don't. Keep on rolling. I'm basically going to roll until I see a spear that I want to lock to try to get a cursed weapon here. And then I will... I'm going to actually just buy these 2 and then roll again and see if we can lock like 1 more item, and we'll just hold on. 2158, sure. Let's roll again and see if we can lock something else really good for the curse. We'll get a 1 more bait. Oh yeah, if I'm re-rolling here, this is very inefficient. I shouldn't be re-rolling with those with only 2 slots open because, well, goodbye, elite. Because one of them's always going to be bait, which I never want to lock. So I think normally with 3 fish hooks, I would want to try to roll so that we can lock at least 3 items. Because usually you're going to get at least one of them cursed, so it's very efficient to just roll, even as it gets more expensive, to try to curse powerful items. But when you only have 1 open shop slot, that becomes a much less appealing thing to do. So, given that we have piggy bank and are therefore incentivized to hold money, we also probably want to not roll as aggressively when one of our shop slots is always an item that we're never going to try to lock for the fishhook. So many consumables on the ground, too, because our attack speed's so high, and we've got those gardens, so they're just pumping out fruits. Greek fire, we're just going to recycle. We're never lighting enemies on fire, but let's take the dodge here. Another baby squid, definitely, and I'm going to take 16% more dodge. Now we're almost at dodge cap. try to get to 100 lifesteal as well. All right, we got another cursed spear, so that means we can sell a non-cursed one and start buying some more items. We're up to 4,000 materials. Pretty sweet. Roll here. Yeah, we'll take the Sunken Bell. I don't think this is going to go off, but it does do 6,334 damage if it does go off, and that is just a very fun number to have attached to our character. We'll take the treasure map, of course, as well. Cursed treasure map is awesome. Do I want the energy bracelet? It's cursed, so it's 7 crit chance for 137. I think that actually is worth buying. Buy this and roll. Gonna buy the snowball just because it's a unique that I don't want in my shop pool. And then here, let's just upgrade to a level 4 spear. Drink some water. Buy the bait and keep on rolling. Couple more items that boost our fairy, which is nice. Another silver bullet. Let's see if we can get our time to kill on the elites down from half a second to 1/10 of a second. See if we can get it to where this cursed spear one-shots the elite, because that would just be really funny. And then let's keep buying these and roll. Buy a cursed bait and a cursed wings and roll. Clockwork wasp and bait, sure. I'm gonna not buy the white flag, even though it's a unique, which I do want to pull out of my pool, but, you know, the white flag of surrender doesn't seem to be the direction that this run is going in, because we're dominating. And then here we're gonna lock this spear, and lock a riposte as well. These two items are good ones to try to curse. Piggy bank and fishhook have some nice synergy, in general, and obviously when you've got 3 fishhooks, and an insane amount of money, and a cursed piggy bank, all of that synergy gets increased to manyfold. Piggy bank, on the whole, I think is an item that has improved with the expansion because of fishhook and because economy is worse on the Abyss, but also has gotten worse with the expansion because you can much less afford to not spend money on most characters. So unless you're really ahead in a run, the Abyss is a pretty difficult map. So it's very, very difficult to reach a situation where you're comfortable saving 100 or 200 or 500 materials in a given wave and don't just need to get stronger by that amount. Sure, we'll take the last bag and another spyglass, recycle that, because again, we're no weenies here. And Pearl, we do have 120 luck, so that's a lot of damage. Now, normally for this character, I wouldn't recommend Sad Tomato, because you take a ton of damage at the start of the waves, but we're so far ahead that it doesn't matter, so we're just going to grab it. And then let's take some crit chance. We'll try to hit 100% crit chance. Sadly, our spear didn't get cursed, but that does mean we can at least level up our lower level cursed spear. Keep on rolling. We'll take this because it's one regen that we don't have yet. And let's just go ahead and upgrade. Because I do want to buy a couple more items before we stop purchasing this in this shopping trip. Level 1 spear I don't think I want to lock for. I'd rather not have to upgrade a spear all the way from level 1. Just buy all of these and keep rolling. Lost duck and bait, and keep rolling. Come on. Level 1 spears keep showing up. I'm basically looking for a level 3 spear at this point to lock. But I also just want to keep buying more baits just because it's fun. I should have taken that ritual. Cursed treasure map. Yeah, we'll keep buying these things. Gonna go down to like 2,500 and then we'll stop, even if we haven't found a spear we can maybe curse. But here we'll buy this, and I'll take the whistle. Buy a bait, roll one more time. Buy a bait, and roll one more time to try to lock some stuff. Alright, we got the warrior helmet we can lock. That's good enough. Alright, I needed to run at the elite to try to kill it in sub 1 second. But we did, in fact, just vanish it, so I think we made it. So I think the bosses have like 45,000 health, something like that. So I don't think we're going to get to the point where we one-shot them with a single attack. But we can probably get to the point where we one-shot them with just one attack from all of our weapons. Just like one volley of attacks. And the bosses are gone. And that will be very satisfying to do. The sheer number of cursed lampreys here are just unreal. Yeah, I'll take the exoskeleton. It does cost me 5 regeneration, but 3 armor is just worth it. And we'll start taking alien eyes, why not? Buying a bunch of other random items, more armor, more attack speed, cursed spear, great, so we can level that up. Take some more pickup radius, why not? Max HP is actually one of the only stats we need right now, because I do have the double decomposing flesh. I'm gonna take that because it's cursed. Try to get to 100% crit chance, just for fun. Keep on rolling. Yeah, we'll take 118% attack speed off the Retromation's hoodie, and then we can also upgrade our spear. Have to roll into exactly the right level of spear to be able to upgrade our spears. So it is a little more difficult. Keep buying those octopi. Guess I'll just buy more XP gain too. It's for fun. And an anvil. Okay, well that's going to upgrade our weapons and give us a bunch of armor. And then cursed bait, whetstone, salt water. So these are items that I want, but I really want to roll into a spear that we can try to get cursed. So we're going to lose a little bit of money here because I'm just rolling for a spear. Okay, well, we found a cursed spear. So I guess I might as well just buy that right now. And, okay, here we go. A couple more shots at a cursed spear, and we can get a cursed mouse as well, maybe. Now that we've got this much money, I'm much more willing to just take a level 1 cursed spear, because we will definitely find more spears to level up. And we're only 1 off of having all of our weapons be cursed, which is just very satisfying to me. So I want to make sure we've got all the cursed spears by the end of the run. An item that would be interesting to add is increasing the chance that an enemy drops money. I know they've got that with like hunting trophy and black flag and stuff like that, but enemies normally have a decreasing chance to drop materials over the course of the wave, as the wave number gets higher, because otherwise you just get like infinite materials. So an item that decreased that decrease would be kind of interesting. I'm gonna recycle this. We really don't need more harvesting. I guess we could take more luck, but I think 50 materials is better for us anyways. Sure, we'll take all this stuff and more crit chance. You can see my shopping has gotten a lot less scientific at this point because we just are buying every item. Okay, we got both weapons cursed, so that's kind of nice. But what we're going to do is just buy the level 2, and then we will keep rolling. Oop, I meant to unlock that. Buy these, and more attack speed. Get more regen from the toxic sludge. Sure, why not? Keep buying all those. We don't have a level 1 spear for that level 1 spear to upgrade. We don't need the cape. Take the bait here. I'll take wisdom just to pull it out of the pool. There's a level 3, so we get a level 4 cursed spear. Level 2 gets us to another level 3. Allure. A couple more items. Taking a toxic sludge. And sure, cursed clover. That just seems awesome. Take some more of these. Level 3 spear again. And let's just hold at 2,700 just for fun. So I'll reroll once, buy this bait. This level 2 cursed spear doesn't do anything for us, even though it is 3,900 damage, or almost 4,000 damage. Let's lock this propeller hat and see if we can get it cursed. then basically I just want enough money that we can roll to get all of our spears to be level 4. Just to make sure that our weapon set is perfect by the end of this run, because anything less would be very unsatisfying, of course. This run was a lot of fun, but very different than I was expecting. I was expecting, to spend an hour and a half restarting and trying different strategies and maybe concluding that 3 fishermen was impossible and we needed to go back to 2 and then trying that for an hour. As is, we just got like a hilarious broken run, which are fun, of course, as well. But was not the run that I sat down to play, so that was kind of funny. Let's get the crit chance. Okay, we're at 105%, so we're over 100 crit chance. And then basically just going to reroll until we we'll buy every bait we see. Oh wait, we had anvil, so our weapons are all maxed anyways. So let's just roll 1,000,000 times and buy every bait we see. Excuse me. And we'll just see how many lampreys we can spawn. So let's just keep rolling and rolling. I'm going to take the Kraken's Eye just because it's fun. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. I'm just looking for, fun items at the same time, but actually I think the most fun thing is just to get the most baits that we can. I feel like there's a reroll hotkey that I always forget about, but it would probably save me some time here if I remembered what it was. Just tried R and that doesn't work. Okay, I will take the lucky coin just because that's a sweet item. And baby elephant. And we'll grab the last penguin as well, because penguin was so good for us. Gotta show it some respect. But in the meantime, we're just gonna keep trying to get to a gazillion baits. And almost there. We're at... Oh, got a cursed one. That's pretty nice. Oh, I should have bought that that bunny. Because obviously that would save me money. Since our rerolls are the main price gate at the moment. And we'll buy that. And you know what? Let's buy the beanie just for fun. And go to wave 20 and see how long these bosses last. So our weapons attack for an average of 7,500 damage. So I think that if we just do one directed volley against the boss, it will die. Yep, they sure did die very, very quickly. All right, well, that was a blast. It was not the run I was expecting when I sat down to play this run. But that run turns out to be awesome. We ended up with 234 non-cursed baits and, I don't know, another 20 or so cursed ones. Plus a ton of really awesome items. Obviously, the economy parts of that run just snowballed out of control because our harvesting went bananas and the cursed piggy bank gave us 5,600 materials, which is a ridiculous number. We also managed to have... I like that 2 of our spears did 0 damage in the last wave. Yeah, just two of our spears did no damage because we killed the bosses with 4 spear attacks. And yeah, we just obliterated the triple fisherman challenge. I'm gonna reiterate my request if someone has just jumped to the end here. If you're a modder who can recreate the original double fisherman challenge, where 2 baits that cost minimum 2 that actually went up with levels showed up in the shop, and where enemies drop 0 materials, but you have all the bonuses of 2 fishermen. You don't have to use GMO as a basis for that. You can probably just build a character, though I don't know anything about modding really, so this is my request to you, because I'd really like to try that challenge again. But this run was also a super fun run to play, so highly recommended. All right, my friends, hope you enjoyed this fresh new take on Brotato's formerly hardest challenge. And of course, if you have enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, my friends. I will catch you next time.